Pisces. It's your girl D with Hidden Truth Tarot. Back again to get you your forecast for June 15th through June 30th. I hope all is well with my Pisces Massive. And I just want to say a few things for you before we start the video here. First of all, I want to thank you for coming to visit the channel. And thank you for tuning into the video. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment. Let me know. I really get gratification out of reading the comments and knowing that I'm gravitating with your energy. My goal is to provide a source of relief in a sense where you trust in your gut and you know, oh, I knew that was yourself. I'm glad I tuned in. You know, that is gratifying for me. So I do want to thank you for your support. For those who are coming back, thank you. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. This will allow you to be alerted as soon as I post videos. And I would greatly appreciate the support. Like the videos. If you see that this may not resonate with you, but it might resonate with a friend or family member who's going through something, you know, share this with them, you know, help them out. You know, you may not be able to help people in the manner in which you want to, but, you know, little things like giving them a little bit of message of positivity could go a long way. You never know. So, you know, look at the videos that way, you know, as well. You may hear music in the background here. That's a YouTube channel called Chill Study Beats 2, instrumental jazz and hip-hop music. That helps me to zone out and connect with the divine and get you the messages. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And I'll put the link below in case you want to check out the channel yourself. But this video is going to be for anybody who has ascending, sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, and the sign of Pisces. All right, Pisces. So without further ado, let's get to your reading. Oh, cards don't want to move off the table today. Okay. This is going to be a 5-card spread, Pisces. So the first card is going to be the past. The second is going to be the present. The third is the future. The fourth is the reason behind things or why things are going on. And then the fifth is the potential. All right. So let's take a look at these cards and see what's going on. And then for the overall energy here, we have the 5 of Cups. Okay. So this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. 5 of Cups represents, excuse me, Scorpio in particular. So you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. But the 5 of Cups is representing the fact that somebody is in mourning. Somebody is in loss. Okay. You see here they're mourning. There's 3 cups spilt over, but there's 2 others there. So somebody is taking time out to mourn what's going on. The loss, regret, the grief, you know, feeling of being abandoned or unloved. All right. So let's take a deep look into this and see what's going on here. So that's the overall energy. Now the past, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, that's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Now 5 represents instability, change, conflict. And in this case, this looks like change where, you know, somebody, this is the card where people say someone was left out in the cold. But with the 5 of Pentacles, we're looking at a situation where there might be some poverty going on. There might be some unfortunate financial situations going on. You may want to take some of us who are going through health problems. This is a card that could reflect that as well. This could also reflect worry, you know, of course, financial loss and, you know, maybe isolation. Maybe you feel that there's nobody that you can lean on or depend on financially. All right, that's the past. That was what went on in the past. Now the present, we have the Hermit card in reverse, and this is Virgo energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. Okay, and with the Hermit card in reverse, this is basically, what I get from this card is isolation, more loneliness, maybe unfairness, maybe some legal problems that are tied to money problems. All right, so it looks like you guys are going through it a little bit. That's what's going on in the present situation. In the future, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Now with the Hanged Man, excuse me, dealing with allergies, forgive me. With the Hanged Man in reverse, we're looking at a situation where you're feeling it. You're feeling the loss, okay? Because this could talk about somebody feeling victimized. So you're definitely in a state where you're dealing with financial loss and isolation and loneliness. You're definitely feeling it. So that would make sense why this would be showing up. So this is what is going to be going on in the future in reference to this situation. Now, the reason that this is going on here is the Seven of Wands, all right? Now, sevens represent assessment, you know, looking back at things, reflecting on things. And with the wands, we're looking at fire energy. This is Aries, Leo, Sag. And this is this has to deal with protection, self-defense, defending yourself, all right? So maybe you were defensive in a manner which would have caused this to happen, because this is saying that this is the reason behind things, all right? But we're going to clarify and find out, okay? And then we have, for the potential of the situation, we have the Ten of Swords, all right? Swords represents Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, all right? So you could be dealing with that sign in reference to this situation. But with the Ten of Swords, we know that this is burden, this is stress, exhaustion, just a lot on your shoulders. And with this read here, yeah, I could see why you may be feeling that way. But the good thing about this is that this is at the 10, so you're at the end of this, okay? So keep your head, Pisces. Let's clarify and see what we could do to help you get this to a more positive stand here. The cards that I'm using for the layout here is the Golden Thread Tarot. And then the ones that I'm going to use to clarify are called the African Tarot. One more shuffle, Pisces. All right, so let's get to it. So we got the Five of Pentacles here, and this represents financial situations. Could be financial losses, issues going on with money. So let's clarify and see here. So we clarify that with the Lover's card. Okay, so Lover's card, this is Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, so this could reflect that Gemini has some issue or is involved with this issue where you're at a financial loss or where you left out in the cold. Possibly you guys broke up because the overall energy is the Five of Cups where you're mourning a loss. So you could have broken up with the Gemini. The Gemini could have left you out in the cold. You could have left the Gemini out in the cold and be mourning the loss. All right, and let's clarify the Lovers. And we clarify that with the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so with the Queen of Pentacles, this is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn here. This represents Capricorn energy. And this is somebody who is resourceful, someone who is domesticated. So this could have been the partner, the energy of the partner that you no longer are dealing with. So that could have been a Capricorn. But this was somebody that is able to earn financially, take care of the family, the children, take care of themselves. So this could very well be the person that you broke up with. All right, and then the next section is the present situation. So the present situation is the Hermit in reverse, and this is Virgo energy. So it could be a Virgo that you're dealing with pertaining to this situation. But this just reinforces the Five of Pentacles energy, the isolation, the loneliness. Repeating past mistakes and being stuck. All right. So this could have been a relationship that you were in with somebody. You guys could have been, back and forth, good and bad times. So this is what the Hermit card reflects. So let's clarify that and see if that's the case here. All right, so we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Now, wands represent passionate fire energy. All right, and when the Ten of Wands is in reverse, this is you, finally saying no, or someone finally saying no. They've had enough. This is enough of this situation. We need to light it up. Maybe someone wanted freedom. So this could have been someone wanting to freedom from the relationship. Okay, because the Hermit could very well mean that you're stuck in a repeating cycle with someone when the Hermit's in reverse in terms of relationship. And this could be you or your partner at the point where they're like, okay, I had enough of this. All right. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse further here. We got that clarified by the Five of Cups in reverse. Now the overall energy is Five of Cups. for the reading. All right. So it looks like someone had enough of this situation and they're done mourning it. Okay. This could also mean that you're moving on. You know, maybe you're ready to forgive. You or your partner are ready to forgive. Maybe you or your partner are ready to go back and start again. And again, this reiterates the Hermit card, okay, in reverse, meaning that this is a cycle that you and this person have been in, okay? So somebody may want to go back and start again. Now, I could understand that, especially if you are at a financial loss because of this breakup. So definitely understand where your head is at, or your partner's head is at in this situation here. All right, and now for the future, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. All right, so the Hanged Man, this is Neptune energy, so this is your energy. All right, Pisces, so you're feeling like a victim here. You're feeling left out, you know, you're feeling like people violated or disrespected you. You may be feeling selfish at this time, or the person that you were dealing with you felt was being very selfish. So that's the future here. That's how you're going to be looking at it in the future. And let's clarify that. We have that clarified with the Strength card. Now with the Strength card, I like to talk about the Strength card on all the readings that I have where this card comes out. This to me represents, there's two different species here, two different individuals. All right, they all have their own frequency. Each person is vibrating on their own frequency. And in order for strength to occur, both of you will have to be on the same frequency so that there's a connection here. When you're not on the same frequency, you get this in reverse. So strength has come out. So this could possibly mean that in the future, you and the person that you're dealing with here, you guys may reconnect and may get back on the same page of things, okay? That's the future. And then let's clarify that. We have that clarified with the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But this is just saying, yes, there's trouble in the marriage. There's problems. There's trouble in the relationship. And that this is the reason why, you know, strength may be needed. Okay? So we're going to look at the reason why these things are going on, and I'm showing the reason is the Seven of Wands. Now, Seven of Wands represents the fact that it could have been somebody very protective, defending themselves, somebody defensive. We'll find out why somebody is being defensive. We're going to clarify that, and that's clarified by the Fool in reverse. Now, the Fool represents Uranus energy. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So you could be dealing with Aquarius. A lot of people like to associate this with Aries and tarot. It's associated with Aries. But I study Vedic and Western astrology. And the Fool card with astrology relates to Uranus. Uranus rules this card. And the only planet that I'm aware of that Uranus is involved with is Aquarius. So that's just how I see it, though. But this basically, when it's in reverse, it means that someone was being careless. Somebody was unprepared. So maybe that's why you were defensive, because you were unprepared for something. You didn't realize that something was coming. Maybe being left out in the cold. But let's clarify and see. So we clarify the Fool card in reverse with the Queen of Swords. Now, this represents Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with a Queen of Swords type of individual. Now, with the Queen of Swords, we're looking at somebody who is Aries in particular. So you could be dealing with an Aries. This Aries could have left you out in the cold. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is very feisty. Somebody who basically is self-sufficient, self-assured. They're brutally honest. So maybe you were caught off guard with this situation that occurred with this Queen of Swords. That could be the reason why you're feeling this loss. All right. Now, the Queen of Swords, though, when she shows up, it's because she's been through some things. She realized what's going on, and she cuts all of that out. Okay. So now we have the potential here. Oops. And that is the Ten of Swords. Okay, we know that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. All right, So this could very well mean that you're at the end of this particular situation here in reference to the burden that it's causing you, the mental strain and stress. And we have that clarified with the hangman, okay? And now with the hangman, we're looking at a situation where someone is in the midst of, this is again your energy, Neptune energy, self-reflect, all right? So you're self-reflecting while you're going through this burden here, looking at what's going on, looking at what happened, what went wrong, what could you do, what part did you play in this? You're just trying to get a perspective and, a various perspectives so that you can move forward. All right, so let's clarify that further and see what the perspective may be, or if it gives any information on that. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse. Now, when this King of Cups, this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Cancer in this situation. But when this is in reverse, this is telling me that somebody was abusive. Okay? Somebody might have been physically abusive. That's worst case scenario. Verbally abusive. Maybe there's drug and alcohol problems, because it does go with the King of Cups in reverse. So this could very well be what's going on. Maybe there's some addiction problems. And this is why maybe this relationship may have come to a close or an end. Or maybe the addiction of one or both of the partners is causing frustration and aggravation in the relationship, okay? But it looks as though what's going on right now is you guys are in separation, you're not together, and you or your partner or both of you are mourning the loss of the relationship. And this is telling me that this is somebody you knew, somebody that this is not the first time you guys met or the first time you guys broke up, because again, we got the Hermit card in reverse, and that usually means that this cycle has happened before with this person, as far as you guys breaking up and getting back together. All right, but I'm going to pull another spread for you here, Pisces, and see if we get some other information. So, some of you may not resonate with that, which is why we're going to do one more spread. But for those who do, hopefully things will work out. And it looks like, you just want to go in and reflect and see what it is that you need to do as far as your part to help resolve the issue. And I wish you well with that, okay? I definitely do. There's a lot of sadness and grief in that spread. A lot of sadness and grief. And if you're in a situation where you need to get away, hopefully you will be able to find the support that you need to get away and get yourself in a situation where it's more conducive to positivity. All right. Let me shuffle one more. Alright, I'm going to cut the cards. Alright, so we're going to do a different spread for this one here. It's going to be a 5-card spread, of course. But this one is going to deal with, we're going to talk about the situation itself. We're going to talk about the challenges involved in the situation. The guidance that's needed for the situation. What you need to focus on in the situation. And then the outcome, okay? So, the overall energy is the World card, okay? Now, with the World card, this is basically talking about a completion of a cycle, okay? I'm not sure if this is going to relate to the last spread we did, but you guys have broke up, all right? So this could very well have something to do with it, but this overall energy for this spread is a completion of a cycle, okay? So this is about learning lessons. This could also be about travel. Maybe somebody is relocating, so maybe someone broke up and they're going to move. Okay, they could just move to another place or maybe move away. We were talking about addiction, so maybe someone is going to a facility where they'll be able to get help. All right, so let's clarify these cards here. Well, let's take a look at the cards for each situation. So this is the actual situation. This is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is Aries, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Forgive me. This is the Gemini card. Okay, so maybe somebody's dealing with a Gemini. This particular card represents the fact that somebody is being really crappy to somebody. Somebody is being really foul to someone. Someone is doing someone really dirty in whatever shape, form, or fashion, but it's not a cool thing. This is somebody being somebody could be being violent. You know, in the last spread, we had the King of Cups in reverse, and, you know, that does represent verbal abuse and possibly physical abuse. But this card here could very well be dealing with the fact that somebody is being physically and verbally abused. Someone is being cruel deliberately to someone, and that's really messed up. All right? So I'm sorry to hear that. Now, the challenge in the situation is the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So with this particular card here, in reference to the actual person you're dealing with, this could be a Scorpio, right? Let me see if you can see. Yeah, this could be a Scorpio here that you're dealing with. But when the Seven of Cups is in reverse, this means that clarity is coming. Okay, so you're looking over the situation and you're realizing some things, all right? You're realizing that, you know, the illusion of it all is ending. You know what I mean? There's a restored sense of, okay, I understand what's going on now. I know what I need to do. Okay? Now, the guidance in the situation here is the Emperor in reverse. Now, this is Taurus energy. You could be dealing with someone who is a Taurus with this situation. Now, when the Emperor is in reverse, this has to do with maybe someone being very immature, someone not being confident or in their power, someone being very mean and nasty. Okay, we talked about that with the Gemini card here. So again, this just reiterates that somebody is basically taking advantage of someone, doing somebody dirty. This could also include talk about poor planning and problems with power, self-power, you know. All right. And then we're talking about the focus of the situation, which is the King of Cups in reverse. So here's this King of Cups in reverse again. So the whole focus is this person, this King of Cups, this person who is very abusive emotionally. This is someone who could be a narcissist as well, not just physically and emotionally abusive, but just that, well, emotionally abusive is narcissism. Okay, so again, we got these really negative cards here. All right, we got the Knight of Swords. Okay, that's Gemini energy. This is someone who's being a real jerk. Okay, so someone could be being this way due to drug abuse. Okay. All right. So the outcome here is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. Now with the Seven of Swords, we're talking about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And with the Seven of Swords, this is Aquarius in particular. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius with this situation. But when the Seven of Swords is showing up and it's in reverse, this is referring to being caught in doing what you're doing. Okay, so somebody was doing some dirt and got caught. Somebody was being mean, being nasty, being hateful to someone, maybe being verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, physically abusive to someone, and it's been brought to light. Okay, so this person got caught. That's the outcome, okay? All right, Pisces, this is really deep. Your reading is super deep. All right, let's clarify here. And I'm sorry for anybody who's going out. My heart goes out to you, okay? My heart goes out to you. All right, we're going to do one more shuffle, and then I'll cut the cards and we'll clarify, okay? All right. Okay, Pisces, so we're going to clarify this Knight of Swords. We're going to clarify this Gemini energy because this is what the situation is. Somebody's just being really crappy to somebody, being really shitty to someone, being mean, spiteful, being petty, being hateful. And we're going to clarify that with the Ten of Cups in reverse. All right, so this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But when the Ten of Cups is in reverse, it's like this crazy behavior is breaking up the home. It's broken up the home. Okay, this is causing family problems. If this is a marriage, this is the reason why the marriage is messed up. It's because of this crazy petty energy, mean energy. And we're going to clarify that Ten of Cups in reverse. And we get the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so when we talk about the Page of Wands in reverse, this is somebody who is basically struggling. Maybe this person is bored in a relationship, so they're being nasty and mean and petty. All right. So that could be what that means. Really just being bored with the situation or bored with the individual. Okay. And that could be Either one of the partners. The person who's doing the abusiveness could very well just be bored. And that's why they're doing it. But that's really cruel and screwed up if that's the case. All right. Well, let's take a look at the challenge. The challenge is the Seven of Cups in reverse. This is you or your partner looking at the situation for what it is. Getting clarity in the situation. Understanding that, you know, what needs to be done to restore things to where it needs to be. So we're going to clarify that. And that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Specifically, the Seven of Cups relates to Scorpio. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio here. Oops. All right. Braids flying all over. Okay, so we're going to clarify the Seven of Cups and we get the Lover's card. So yeah, so this is definitely in reference to you seeing clarity about your lover. So this could be happening to you, Pisces, or you could be doing this with your lover. Doing this to your lover. All right, and let's clarify that because you could be dealing with a Gemini. So we clarify that with the Five of Cups. And this was the overall energy for the last... No, this is the Four of Cups, excuse me. All right, so the Four of Cups is, yeah, this is more boredom. Okay, the Page of Wands in reverse had to do with someone being bored. So you guys are... I wonder if you guys are just bored with each other. But you can't leave each other, perhaps. Maybe because you have a household together, you have children together, you're married. So if that's the case, then maybe you guys need to just sit down and have a heart-to-heart and talk about what you're bored about. But you have to, you know, come from a place of love. Don't be so hateful and petty about it where you're hurting the other person's feelings, because it looks like what's going on is it's tit for tat. You guys are going back and forth maybe. Or someone's just being really bored and abusive with the other person. All right, and then we have the guidance. Guidance is the Emperor in reverse, okay? So now when we talked about the Emperor in reverse, we talked about immaturity. So this is immaturity here. What's going on? This pettiness, this back and forth, this nastiness, this meanness. You know, it's just about ego. Like, you guys, let's clarify that. Causing all of this, you know, somebody's causing a lot of hurt and harm to someone because about their ego issues. And we have the Empress in reverse. So this is definitely a connection, a soulmate connection for sure, with the Empress in reverse. And this is Taurus energy. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Taurus. But when the Empress is in reverse, this is somebody who's dependent upon someone. Okay, this is someone who maybe there might be some fertility issues going on in the relationship. There could be some limited resources going on. So somebody is dependent on the other person, and maybe that's what the frustration of the situation was. All right, so let's clarify that. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this is telling me that there was one person who probably was the breadwinner or was bringing in more money than the other. Somebody could have been insecure about that. You know, if you're a woman and you're dealing with a gentleman who you bring in more money than him and he has an issue with that, that could very well be where his attitude and nastiness is coming from you. Some men are very intimidated by women who make more money than them. You know, I'm not sure why that is, but a lot of men are emasculated when a woman makes more money than them. I guess some men equate their masculinity to the amount of money they make, which has nothing to do with masculine energy anyway. So, you know, maybe you should just look at the type of partner you have and how they look at their masculinity. You know, whether this is a male or a female, that masculine energy part, it looks like could be causing what the issue is here. All right. So the focus is on the King of Cups in reverse. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe a Cancer here. All right. And let's clarify what's going on, because we talked about the negative aspects of the King of Cups. He could be verbally abusive, physically abusive. He could have addiction issues. Okay. And then we clarify that with the Four of Pentacles. That's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Now with the Four of Pentacles, we're looking at somebody, this is a Capricorn in particular, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn, okay? But with the Four of Pentacles here, we're looking at somebody who is greedy, somebody who is selfish, somebody who has ego problems, and we talked about the ego problems with the Emperor, all right? So maybe this Cancer you're dealing with has ego issues, all right? And it's being very selfish and self-absorbed, okay? Well, let's clarify. We clarify the Four of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so this person here is somebody who you found out what it is. So this is what it is, you know, with this person. And Pisces, I'm sorry you're dealing with this. But the person, it looks like you might have confronted them about this, or you realize that this is what the issue is. This person's abusive, negative behavior. It could be because they don't have the finances they need. It could be because addiction issues. They're intimidated. They could either be intimidated by you because you make more money and they're dependent on you right now. So there could be, you know, a money loss situation. When we did the last spread, it had something to do with financial loss as well. So could be in the family, somebody lost some money. You know, maybe somebody lost their job. And because of that, somebody may have, you know, started drinking, being more abusive, being petty. It could be a host of different things, but this has a lot to do with money, someone being dependent on someone else, someone being abusive, verbally, physically abusive, someone being selfish and inconsiderate, and just being hateful. And that could be because of drug addiction, you know. So the outcome here is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Now, Seven of Swords represents, in reverse, punishment, being caught, making amends. Okay? And that's what we talked about with this Seven of Swords here. Same thing. So let's clarify that here. Eight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you pulled the wool off of your eyes. You realize what's going on here, because when the card is upright, it means that you're not paying attention to what's going on. You're acting like you don't see it, but you see it. And we have that clarified by the Page of Swords. Okay, so with the Page of Swords, you understand what's going on. This is people who could be lying, gossiping, spying, people in your business. All right, so Pisces, I hope that you are able to get past this situation. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this. All right, I'm going to come back and visit you on June 1 to see what's going on with you. But I wish you the best in this situation here. Let me just do a quick 3-card spread for the outcome here. I hope my video doesn't cut off. Okay. All right. So we got the Four of Cups. Okay, yeah, so with the Four of Cups in reverse, this is someone who has a new outlook on the situation. All right, so that's a positive thing, hopefully that's you or the partner. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, now with the Nine of Pentacles, we're looking at somebody who is self-sufficient. So it looks like you're going to be single. And if you are, you're the breadwinner, you're the one, you're going to be fine if this partner leaves, and that you have no brand new beginning with this person. You're not interested in starting over. So beautiful. Move on. Move on, Pisces. Move on. This person is driving you crazy, putting you through hell because of their situation. Now, I wish you the best. I'm going to check back with you in July to see how you're doing. But take care of yourself, Pisces, okay? See you soon. Peace out.